The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Springfield, Illinois, getting set for the Railers and the Lions here on Saturday afternoon. Here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here, manning the camera. Railers sophomores just finished up victorious 62-40. Proving Coach Greg Alexander's record after they fell last night to Muhammad Seymour. But Railers varsity coming out, both teams out on the court as we speak. Again, the Railers coming in the contest with a 13-3 record, 4-1 in the Apollo Conference, while Lanphier checks in at 9-5 and 4-3 in the Central State 8. Of course, this will be a non-conference game here on Saturday afternoon. Scott, thanks for making the trip south to Springfield to help us out.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a while.
You've been off for about a month and a half.
It feels like it, Unfortunately, I had to miss the Collinsville trip. I thought the Railers played well down there. Couldn't hit some shots, but overall 2-2, coming down from a solid tournament. And now getting back in the thick of things, to Josh, we're in January, and every weekend from here until end of February, it's going to be basketball. So, a long stretch here for the Railers.
Railers come off a victory on the road last night at Muhammad Seymour, victorious by a score of 48-43, and a nice all-around game from, I thought last night, Scott Gowan maybe had his best game last night, which was much needed. We went in lulls again of some scoring lapses, but Gowan was steady when he was in there. I believe 10 points for Gowan last night, and a host of other Railers in the scoring column, as well as Cook and Cam Nelson with a couple of threes for the Railers. We had a long break, played a Friday ago, a week from yesterday, and then came back, had that week break, and then came back last Friday. And, we seemed to get up on Muhammad by about 8-10 points, and Muhammad make their run that they normally do, and they did that several times in the game, and the Railers able to hang on late.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch the whole game, caught the last few minutes. But, yeah, we talked to Coach Alexander this morning on the cheap seats, and a much improved Muhammad Seymour team. And, the first time we met up with them, I guess they were missing some of their key players because of football, or they weren't ready yet, basketball ready. So an improved Muhammad team, and you're going to see that throughout the season. Teams that you faced earlier, even Mount Zion, are going to be better. But the Lincoln Railers, they're improving themselves.
Yeah, you're right. And nice, as Scott said, the Railers coming off a 2-2 record down in Collinsville and then get a W last night, looking to get a nice sweep here for this week as the Railers again take a long break next week. Scott, the Railers, I believe varsity-wise anyway, aren't in action until Saturday. Is that right, in Quincy?
Yep, that is correct. One game this week, next Saturday, so give the Railers some opportunity to have a full week of preparation against a solid Quincy team, and we're on the road at that.
Yeah, a team that in Quincy that made the championship game down in Collinsville, who lost to the eventual champion MacArthur. So again, the Railers will get to see, kind of talked about it in Collinsville after the last game, we're going to see both teams in the championship at some point. Quincy next Saturday, and then we play MacArthur down the stretch toward the end of the season. Nice to see the Railers back in the Central State 8 here on non-conference action. And, Scott, we'll see a couple. We've already played Chatham-Glenwood out of the Central State 8, and we'll play, obviously, Lanphier today. We've got MacArthur yet on the schedule. So a taste of the Central State 8 before we get in there kind of full speed next year.
Yeah, this just feels like Lincoln basketball right here. We've been down here, in the Central State 8, and we've had some tough, hard-fought games in this gym. And unfortunately, Josh, this will be the last time we're in this gym. As they're building a new complex just to the east of us, a new football field at Memorial, and a new gym for the Lanphier Lions. So this will be it here.
Practically a whole new school.
Yeah, kind of bittersweet. It's going to be a little more roomy, but boy, you've had a lot of memories here. We've all had some memories here in this court. So it will be missed.
Yeah, you're right. We talk about just in our time not too long ago when we were on the radio on the call for 1 and 2, I believe, when the Railers were, I think at that time, Springfield Lanphier was number 1, and the Railers were number 2 in the state, and they fell to a putback, I believe, if I remember right, by Yakima Rose late in the game, and then it was still 1 and 2. Might have been vice versa back then when they came to Roy S., where Lincoln was number 1 and Lanphier was number 2, and we ended up getting a hold of Lanphier pretty good at Roy S. in that meeting.
Yeah, we did, and it's these two teams. It doesn't matter what your record is; throw them out the window. Both teams are ready to play, and this is a rivalry that we've missed the past several years after we left the Central State 8, and it's going to be very exciting and much anticipated. As we go back to the Central State 8, where we get this rivalry back up and going.
Again, the Railers off a victory last night, 48-43 at Mahomet. Sacred Heart. Lanphier took on over U-High and fell. The Pioneers took care of the Lions in overtime last night, 47-43. 14 minutes and 20 seconds left up on the clock for warm-ups. We'll send it back to the studio for a quick break. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from Lober-Nika Gymnasium on the campus of going to be newly renovated Lanphier High School. We talked a little bit about it. Man, they're doing construction all over this place. It'll be almost a brand new school and new gymnasium. Talked about the football field going to be new here at Lanphier. So some exciting times here at Lanphier. Again, the Railers and the Lions renewing their rivalry from the Central State 8 here on a Saturday afternoon. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. The Railers off a victory last night against Mahomet, improved their record to 13-3 on the season, 4-1 in the Apollo Conference, second place in the Apollo Conference, while Lanphier off a loss last night at U-High. They fell in overtime 47-43 to the Pioneers. They fall to 9-5 on the season, 4-3 in the Central State 8. And as we get going here, we talked about the kind of the last part of the season before regional. Scott, there's a long part of the season coming up for the Railers. A lot of games in a short amount of time. You kind of after Christmas, you get that big surge of games during Christmas, 4 and 3 days, and then you've got a couple here and there, and then after that, we get our money's worth after that.
Yeah, and last night, getting back into the swing of things, Coach Al referred it to Christmas hangover or something, where that first game back, you're kind of out of rhythm, out of sync. So it was good to get that one last night, and then bounce back today. It's an afternoon game, which sometimes a little difficult as well. But
yeah, we weren't as sharp. I don't remember who we played the last game that was on an afternoon, but we weren't terribly sharp. I believe it was on the road anyway. But we would have a little more of experience with afternoon games coming off of Collinsville. We had two 2:30 start times down in Collinsville. So if the Christmas hangover is still in effect, we hope we can still remember to play basketball at 2:30.
Yeah, and no shot clock. So that's another thing. And this Lanphier team, it's going to be a little different than what we saw last night. They're going to want to get up and down the court in some transition basketball, whereas last night you saw Muhammad, they wanted to slow it down a little bit, eliminate some possessions for the Railers. I can predict a little different style.
Well, and I think that's the reason you schedule these non-conference games, to see different types of opponents. Obviously, you'll see them from now on in the Central State 8, but you got to find the speed and the athleticism that Lanphier and MacArthur is going to present. Obviously, Quincy, a very good basketball team that we're going to see next Saturday. So the schedule doesn't get any easier, especially in the non-conference schedule for the Railers, as they have got this non-conference game, and then we travel to Quincy next Saturday, which is another non-conference game for Coach Alexander and the Railers, and two really good opponents in the next two games for them, which is really good to see. Obviously, Coach wants to see the competition not only through the season, but to get to that time where in regional, this is a type of team, or a Quincy type of team, or a MacArthur type of team that you're going to have to face to win a regional.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Josh. You want to play those better teams to prepare yourself for that regional. Why schedule all the, little podunk teams and beat them up by 30 or 40, but you want to get these better teams just to get these guys familiar with it for when regionals do come.
Railers coming into the contest tonight, averaging 50 points per game in the scoring column, giving up 31 a game. The Lions scoring 53 and have an average of giving up 52 on the season. We'll take another break. We'll be back here from Lanphier High School. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Let's go to for dinner.
Good evening, or good afternoon, I should say, Raider fans, and welcome to Lincoln Raider Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you this afternoon's contest from Springfield, Illinois, on the campus of Lanphier High School, as the Lincoln Raiders take on the Lions from Lanphier High School. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Comnick, and we are ready to bring you all of today's action from Lanphier High School in the gym of Lober Nika. Is that right, Josh?
Nika. We've gone over this 4 times already.
Well, hey. We'd like to wish a good afternoon to all of our listeners around the world listening via 96.3 FM on WLCNonline.com, the Mixler app, or watching our live stream on YouTube. So whatever you're listening from or watching from, turn the volume up and get ready for Lincoln Raider basketball.
You remember the straight line at top of the vowel, like in school? That means it's I, like not I?
No.
Okay. No, I didn't spell it out.
Yeah, it's like Manito, Anito, it's all the same. The Raiders come in today's action at 13-3, 4-1 in the Apollo Conference, while the Lanphier Lions have an overall record of 9-5, 4-3 in the Central State 8. The Raiders come back on the court. We got 2:20 to go before tip-off. Once again, Scott Kirby, Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera.
Nice crowd here for the Raiders on a Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely.
Probably more than the Lions have brought in. They've taken out if you remember, those of you listening, and they took away the backside of the bleachers where the Raiders, especially the student section, and a lot of Raider fans sat.
Yeah.
That is put up against the wall because of renovation. So the seating is a little limited, not full by any means, but all the Raider fans are amongst us here, and nice crowd here on a Saturday afternoon. And I think this is kind of what Coach Al was talking about as far as the afternoon games. You see it all the time in college. It gives the fans from Lincoln or wherever you're in a different town, or a town that offers different things to do, and they can come watch a game and then go do some things if they have to do, go out to eat, whatever they want to do. And this is what I think they're meaning by these 2:30 starts in the afternoon on Saturday. The only thing I will say, it's a little tough for the guys to get home at 11 o'clock last night, because I know I picked up Carson about 11 o'clock from the school. By the time he got something to eat and showered and was in bed, it was 11:45, and then turn around and do it all over again here in the afternoon. That's the only difference I see as far as the college level doing that than what we're going to have to know.
Yeah, but they're kids.
Well, I'm not.
They're not.
So I was still up and still up before him.
Yeah, it's the older folk that have to deal with the lack of sleep. But nonetheless, we're going to have afternoon basketball here in Springfield. Last time we'll be in this gymnasium as the Lanphier in the process of building a new gym, Memorial Stadium. They've already got turf at their football field and a lot of renovations going on around here here at Lanphier High School. So this will do it for us here. We got 30 seconds on the clock. Josh, we'll just keep it right here. A little different format here at Lanphier. We usually get ready for the playing of the national anthem. We've already done that. So we'll stick around for the starting lineups as Lanphier takes the court in their bright orange warm-ups.
Yeah, they're well noticeable out there.
Yeah, it's hard to miss them. Josh said earlier, a good crowd here in Lincoln. I would say we have a better crowd than the Lanphier Lions, probably 2-1. So.
Yeah, and I think that goes along with the people from Lincoln getting out to do something after the game, but also the rivalry takes in a little effect of that too, I think, where they're happy. The Rayler fans are happy to be back here in Lobernica checking out some Rayler Lions basketball.
All right, Josh will bring you the starting lineups here tonight as the Rayler fans get to their feet.
Yeah, first man out for head coach Neil Alexander, 5'11", and a junior, number 3, Schilling, Trey Schilling. 5'6", and a guard, number 10, Keon Carson. 6'5", and a senior, 22, Saucy, Tyler Saucy. 6'2", and a senior, 24, Biven, Jake Biven. And the man in the middle, 6'7", and a senior, 34, Cook. Peyton Cook. Of course, head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher. Starting the lineups for the Lions. First man out, number 3, 5'10", and a sophomore, Antonio Johnson Harris. Oh, wrong top there. 3 is 6'3", and a senior, Cameron Davis. Number 4, 5'11", and a sophomore, Joaquim Holman. Number 5, 5'10", and a freshman, Kenyon Greer. Number 21 is a 6'3" sophomore. Have fun with this, Shaughnessy Hatchett Jr. And the big guy in the middle, 20, 6'6", and a senior, number 20, Austin Robinson.
Tonight's tip-off sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, and we are set for the opening tip here at Lanphier High School as Cook and Robinson set to jump. Cook goes up, taps it back to Carson. Railers with the first possession of the afternoon. Carson over in the corner. They'll work it down low to Cook. Spins around, now to Schilling up top. Now they'll work it back to the right to Carson, to Biven, now Cook. Saucy cuts, nothing there. They'll reset up top. Carson on the wing. He'll go right. Nothing there. Now Schilling goes left. Raylers running some green. There's a pull up from Saucy.
Nice. Good. Yeah, great shot too. Good weave action. Got to that free throw line where a lot of these dribblers in that weave have got to get to be able to create something for their teammates. And they didn't pick up Tyler there at the free throw line. Nice pull up jump shot by the senior.
Raylers score on their first possession. Lanphier looks to answer with the basketball. Get it to Robinson. He'll get to the lane, kick it out to number 4. That's Holman. Holman, nothing there. Over in the corner, number 3, Davis. Davis goes left, guarded there by Biven. Now to Robinson. In the corner, number 5. That's Greer for the Lions. Robinson on the free throw line. He'll dribble in, running jumper. Too strong. Gets his own rebound. Back up. No good, but he'll be fouled by Biven, his first, team first.
Yeah, and the big boy underneath, Austin Robinson, 6'6", and a senior. Well put together. He has been in the weight room a little bit. Good size. He missed his first shot, but that second chance points kind of hurt us a little bit last night at Mahomet. And Lanphier on their first possession does it to the Railers here this afternoon.
Robinson free throw up and good. Something the Railers will have to do is get a body on Robinson because he'll just bowl his way in for those rebounds, Josh.
Yeah, he caught it at the free throw line and really didn't look to shoot it there. But once he put it on the floor, he, as you said, he's going to bull you over.
Second free throw up and good.
Nice soft rims here at Lobernica. Good shooting rims.
Lobernica, not Nika.
Not Nika. Nika. Thank you.
All right. Railers with the basketball, 6:50 to go in the first. Biven dribbles right, now spins left, pulls up for a jumper, and got it. Good move by Biven from the elbow.
Well, he was hot really in Collinsville through 3 games too, Scott, and exactly from that area in the floor. 15 feet is where his limit is, and Jake knows it, and he's done a good job of getting there.
Lanphier with the basketball. Davis with it up top to Robinson. Robinson dribbles into the free throw line, pulls up, no good, fought for underneath. Number 1, who's checked in for the Lions. Up, no good. Fought for, up by Davis, no good. Got to get that rebound. Saucy tracks it down.
Yeah, another couple opportunities for Lanphier, and the thing they've always done is put it on the glass and go get it, and they're doing the same thing here. The Railers getting pushed underneath the basket on their defensive rebounds.
4-1 Railers with the basketball. Just under 6 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Cook up and rolls around the rim, no good. Rebound Lions. Kick it up to Rice. Now they'll work it to the left to Davis. They'll back it back out, guarded by Schilling. Over to number 21, that's Hatchett. He dribbles in, up, and through a Lincoln defense, up and good.
Yeah, really dribbled right through the Lincoln defense too. Started out on the a little away from the block and was able to turn around through a number of different Railer defenders to get the layup to go.
4-3, 5:20 to go in the first. Cook with it on the elbow, kicks it to Schilling in the corner for a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Greer for the Lions, and we're going to get a reach foul on Carson as he tried to stop Greer from going, but charged with the foul. That's his first, team second. 5:13 to go in the opening quarter here at Lanphier High School. Saturday afternoon basketball. Lions with the basketball. Davis, guarded by Carson, over to Greer. Greer on the wing. Now they'll kick it down and work it back to the left. Underneath, number 23, blocked by Cook as he went up.
But he's quicker to the ball right now, Lanphier is.
Don't have a 23 on the roster, Josh. Robinson up, no good. Fought for underneath. Second.
Billy ball beating us up on the boards. Yes, Railers just not strong with their hands. We've had a number of different opportunities to grab onto the basketball, and right now Lanphier just out-muscling us.
Yeah, several offensive rebounds for Lanphier, and the putback's good for number 23, who is not on our roster. I don't know if that's Halliburton, maybe, 22.
I don't know. I'm not. We'll pick it up and try to pick it up, but I think Lanphier's doing exactly what they want to do right now, especially underneath on the glass. Railers not getting down and pushing and shoving. And as you know, this game has gotten more and more physical as it goes by year after year. And if you don't get down and rebound and push and shove, you're going to get beat up.
Yeah, they're just throwing it up and going to go get it and try to get that second chance point. And the Railers just going to have to do a better job of being a little more physical and boxing out.
I'd say 23 is off the sophomore roster. Scott Christopher Malone wearing a big knee brace. He's had a knee issue there, but I'm going to say that he's
he's Malone in our book. There's a little put up for Cook as a good feed, and Cook able to lay it up and good, and the Railers back on top 6-5, 4:29 to go here in the first quarter.
You know, one thing the Railers had done a really good job of early in the summer or early in the year was rebounding, Scott, and especially on the defensive rebounds. We were holding our own, and so far in the last couple games, I think we've kind of gotten out and beaten up a little bit.
There's a back door to Saucy up, and that's a goaltend. There you go. Count the ball, count the bucket. A good feed by Carson as we got a back door to Saucy. He laid it up off the backboard and it was blocked, but they're going to call goaltend.
Well, it hit the bankboard first, and once it hits the bankboard, it's you can no longer touch it. And easy call there for the official. And nice play. It kind of didn't work. It didn't look like it was going to work right away. Tyler was a little late on the cut.
Stolen away by Carson, saves it, stepped on the baseline. It's going to stay with the Lions.
But all of a sudden, Tyler's defender kept looking at the ball a little bit too long, and boom, there's a back door. So nice start for Saucy. Struggling a little bit in the scoring column the last couple of games. There's a steal. Railers up and
good for Bibbin.
Second turnover for Lanphier here in the last couple possessions, and the Railers have been able to turn those into points. Credit Keon there.
10-5 Railers, 3:50 to go on the first. There's a little feed blocked by Cook. And another offensive rebound, Josh, and a foul on the Railers, and Hatchett will get 2 free throws.
Boy, it looked like Cook got the first one clean, and almost looked like it was less contact on the second one, I thought. But again, off the block, Lanphier quicker to the basketball on the block shot, and they get a chance to go back to the line here.
Hatchett's first free throw up and rolls around and good.
Yeah, Coach talked about these two, Hatchett and the big guy Robinson, that good-sized kids underneath. 6'6" is Robinson and 6'3" is Hatchett. Just a sophomore is Hatchett, so good body for that young man.
Absolutely.
And that's two guys he talked about last night in the postgame, that they try to beat you up underneath.
Free throw good from Hatchett. 10-7 Railers. Carson gets it across. Now feeds it down to Cook. Cook goes to his right. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Saucy for a three from the wing and good.
Yeah, great start for Tyler. And I saw him fumble it, and through my mind right away, not a good time to shoot it. Usually when a shooter fumbles the ball, it doesn't end up well, but he still was able to get it to go.
A Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer for Saucy, and the Railers up 13-7.
Yeah,
3:15 on the clock here in the
Saucy
first.
with 7 already today.
Hatchett kicks it out to Malone. Malone goes left. Nothing there. Now he'll back it up to the top and give it to Hatchett on the right. Hatchett goes right, drives down. Nothing there. A little travel. There you go. Call it. One too many steps for Hatchett, and the turnover goes to the Railers.
Yeah, Hatchett just putting his head down and had the forearm pushing off and just really didn't have any idea what was going to go on there. So a third turnover for Lanphier, and see if the Railers can turn this into some points.
Carson gets it across the timeline to Cook on the wing. Cook goes right, gets it to Gowan, who checks in along with Nelson. There's a drive by Gowan. Couldn't get it to the rim. And the Lions look to push. Stolen by Carson. And they're going to have a foul. It's just going to call a grab. No intentional foul.
Yeah, I kind of missed it. I was looking down the floor. Was that a clear layup? Because if it was a clear layup, it almost, and he kind of grabs onto the guy. And especially in college, that's a intentional foul.
Nelson to inbound, gets it to Carson. Carson guarded by Malone. Got to get going, And Carson gets it across the timeline. Tries to get the back door. It's going to be kicked off of Davis. Yeah, Carson forced it there.
Yeah.
That play was kind of off key from the get-go as the pressure from Malone on Carson just to bring the ball up.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those plays, too. You almost have to run it for a different guy because I think his man
Cook for a three.
I think their man timeout. Nope, timeout Turner. But I think at that play, if you don't work it for different guys, because after one time you kind of feel embarrassed as a defender to get beat back door, you don't want to do it again.
Cook with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and Coach Blake Turner has seen the Railers kind of extend their lead here, Josh. You don't want to get it too far out of hand, where the Railers, keep pushing.
Yeah, well, the Railers have shot the ball really well, and that's one thing we haven't done for a while, Scott, is put the ball in the basket consistently, possession after possession. We may go 2 possessions in a row of making a basket, but then we may go 7 or 8 without a basket. Up and so far this afternoon, we've been able to score multiple possessions, and this is what got you to a 16-7 lead.
2:19 to go here in the first. As Josh said, the Railers with the 16-7 advantage here on Saturday afternoon basketball. And, talked about earlier, Josh, where, the Railers got in late last night from a Mahomet game, and, by the time they got settled in, it was probably midnight. Go to bed, get back up at 8:30.
No, it was, Carson had a freshman game, so a little earlier for us. But we were in Chatham by, they were in Chatham by 9 o'clock. So
that's it's a long day for those kids, but they are kids.
And they're conditioned to do that. That's a good thing. You love it, and you're conditioned to do it.
Lanphier with the basketball. Greer on the wing, guarded there by Nelson. He'll go left. Ooh, almost stole by Gowan. Now Malone in the corner for a three. Got it. Malone with the three-pointer, and it's a 6-point lead for the Railers. Malone with all kinds of pressure on Carson. He just heaves it down. I don't know if he thought Gowan was going to cut and came towards him, but I don't even know if Gowan would have caught it if he did cut.
No, I think Keon gave it up too early. He just didn't really had one man to beat and decided to give it up too early and threw it way over the top of Gowan.
Well, the pressure from Malone is giving Carson a little fits, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. There's Robinson with the drive, left it short. Rebound fought for all over Nelson. And there's going to be a foul on the Lions as Nelson went to get the ball, and he just got hammered from behind.
Yeah, Railers give up baseline there, Scott, and that was no way that can happen, and we've been doing that a lot lately, giving up baseline, and once that baseline's given up, it gives Lanphier and the other team a whole bunch of opportunity. That's a 3.
3 by Nelson, a little too strong off the rim, no good. Robinson picked up his first foul earlier. Third team foul on the Lions. His number 22 is into the ball game. Ooh, stolen away by Saucy. He got hit in the face.
Yeah, ball to face to down on the ground, and that'll be Robinson's second foul. So the big guy for Lanphier is probably going to have to go to the bench here with foul trouble 2 here in the first quarter. It's been a long quarter. Minute 14 left here in quarter number 1. The Railers up 16-10.
Hayes checks in for Saucy. Saucy takes a beating down there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He had to get stitches early in the year. Was it the Thanksgiving tournament?
Yeah, and he got cut again in Collinsville, and they had to glue that thing shut as a scratch on his cheek. And got a technical here because looks like probably something in the book is wrong.
Well, I only have a 32 on our roster, Josh, and we're just guessing right now.
32. Yeah, 32 brought up from I remember him. I think I saw him play in the sophomore game.
Yeah, we're going to say, well, he's not even on the sophomore roster.
Yeah, must have got a different jersey, and that's probably the reason there's a technical. Well, he probably forgot to take his sophomore jersey off or something.
He's number 32 in our book, and that's what we'll call him. We don't have a name to tie with it, so.
Nelson will step to the line with technical free throws, 2 of those. I would say in the past, when this place is full, that this wouldn't be this quiet for 2 free throws on the line, but it's pretty silent here. Not a lot of Lanphier fans here. Nelson up 2 of them, 2 for 2. So Railers will get the ball out of bounds here, but before then it would be pretty ruckus to get 2 free throws and standing on the line by yourself.
Absolutely. I don't know if the afternoon game has something to do with it, or if they're just not drawing crowds this year. But yeah, you're right, Josh. Anytime a Lanphier-Lincoln game, it's usually pretty noisy. There's a steal by Malone. He stepped on the baseline. That Malone, he comes in, Josh. He's all over the place.
You're right. And that's a kid that's got the big knee brace on, and it almost looks like it hampers him a little bit, but he is playing really, really hard.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. We're guessing it's Malone. Cook to Hayes on the elbow. To Nelson in the corner for a 3.
Boom.
Got it.
He loves that play.
Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and the Railers up by 11. Under a minute to go in the first, and an unforced turnover from the Lions as Hatchett couldn't handle the basketball, and it's going to be Railer basketball with 53 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, I'd be willing to put money on that this next shot's either going to be something geared toward Nelson after he makes that first free throw or that first 3-pointer.
Looks like the same play to the other side. Gowan's going to try it. Going to miss, but Nelson with the rebound. The Railers will reset with 40 on the clock. Cook fakes right, goes left, finds a lane, up, and count the bucket. A blocking foul on the Lions.
Yeah.
Count the bucket for Cook. He'll get 1.
Yeah, it looked like referees were a little in discussion there of who to call a foul. Definitely a blocking call, and a good job by Cook of taking some contact to get it to go. We saw last night him taking some contact and not getting that layup to go. We saw him miss one earlier with a layup. That time the senior a little stronger to the basket.
Cook for the and one, old-fashioned 3-point play. 23-10 Railers. Free throw up and good for Cook.
Yeah, Cook with 1 foul, remember, too, and that's something that hampered him in Collinsville for 3 games was foul trouble, especially early in the game. He had to sit a lot of the second quarter in 3 games because of foul trouble. Coach gives him a break here with this 14-point lead.
Kingsley and Saucy check back in. Saucy with the steal. Gets it to Gowan with 25 on the clock. Now Hayes. Hayes will get it across, guarded by Malone. Gets it to Saucy, now to Kingsley. Kingsley gives Carson a break. Now Nelson on the wing, 17 on the clock. Railers will hold for 1. Be careful, Malone. He's quick out there. Now Hayes to Saucy on the elbow. Looks for Nelson, nothing there. Now gets it to Kingsley with 5. Kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan, 3 seconds on the clock. Kingsley throws it up.
Get in there.
Time expires. Can't get it to go. And the Railers take a 24-10 lead into the second. We'll take a 60-second timeout. And we'll come back with second quarter action after these messages.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Welcome back to Lanphier High School. Scott Kirby, Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby with you this afternoon. Joe Lee back at the studio as the Railers with a 14-point advantage. What do we got here? Oh, official's mistake. Redo.
Yeah. Hey.
We'll take it on the baseline here at half court. It happens. 24-10 Railers. Second quarter just underway.
Oh, good
Hatchet
job.
Stepped away.
Blocked by Cook
Blocked
again.
by Cook. Yeah, Cook's had several blocks already here this afternoon. Now the Railers with the basketball. Gowan finds a lane,
Nice
kicks it to
pick out.
Nelson.
Great
Nelson
pass.
with the wide open three.
Yes.
Got it.
Great pass by Gowan to get in the middle of the lane and kick out to the shooter. Nelson, when he gets the puppy set and he's that wide open, a good chance that this thing's going to go in.
Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. He's got 6. Railers got 27.
Well, just a different energy for the Railers here this afternoon than last night. You can tell whether that had to be with the opponent or whatever it may be. Yep. But just a different energy. When shots are going down, this team tends to get after it a little bit harder. Coach Turner taking a gamble here and bringing Robinson back in, 6'6" senior with 2 fouls, and that's one of Coach Al's been his thing for his whole career. He does this, bring guys back in with 2 fouls, especially in the second quarter, and they're going early. I think Coach Turner
feels it slipping away.
Yeah, liable to think that I don't know if I can go any longer with my stud on the bench.
Lions with the basketball. Davis
got
it. To Greer, stolen by Gowan. Gowan's got a breakaway. Fake. Nice head fake up and good for Gowan.
Well, Gowan, I think he saw 3, who is Cameron Davis, just timing him up, trying to block that shot. Nice little up fake for Gowan and 2 points on the big steal.
29-10 Railers.
6 turnovers now for Lanphier.
Holman with it, guarded by Kingsley. Holman barrels his way through, kicks it off in the corner, no good.
Good job by Hayes.
With the big rebound. I thought there was some contact by Robinson, no foul. He's going to put it back up and no good. Cook with the rebound, kicks it out to Kingsley. Kingsley pushes right, now to the left, now back it out. 29-10 Railers, 6:20 to go here in the second. Now Gowan wide open on the top of the key, nothing there. Work it down low to Cook off of his knee. Kind of a bad pass by Kingsley as he bounced past to Cook. Cook couldn't handle it. And we're going to have another foul on the Railers on number 14. That is Kingsley, his first. Team 4th.
One thing the Railers have done a good job too, Scott, is handling the pressure of Lanphier. Only 1 turnover so far for the Railers. And when they see this pressure, boom, 3.
Holman for a 3.
But they've handled it well. Not seeing a whole lot of pressure like this.
Kingsley kicks it out to Gowan for a wide open 3. Way too strong. Robinson with the rebound, kicks it to Holman. Now Holman pushes right all the way up to number 3. Davis up and good.
Yeah, 4 quick baskets for Lanphier here on transition.
5-0 run for the Lions. 29-15. Kingsley over to Gowan, now to Hayes. Hayes on the wing, kicks it up to Kingsley. Kingsley goes left, kicks it to Cook in the corner, nothing there. Now they'll reset with Gowan to Nelson.
I don't mind Cook getting the ball on the wing and trying to take his
Nelson
man.
For a deep 3, got it. Nelly's feeling it this afternoon. And we got to
delay a game. I think Aiden must have hit the ball after it went through the net.
Okay.
So Obviously, three's going to count.
Nelson for another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
But after the basket went through, for some reason, the referees do not like that team that made it or scored to touch the ball. And I think Gowan just kind of tipped it even out of bounds to the out-of-bounds guy. But they tend not to like that anymore.
Nelson's got 11 points here in the first half. 5:10 to go in the first half. Now Robinson, he'll find a lane, tries to dunk it.
Good job.
But Hayes gets him on the foul.
Yeah, again, Cook kind of went for that steal instead of being back to hold off the drive of Robinson. But good job by Hayes of being over there and not giving him. I think he was going to go up and try to dunk it.
Yeah, he was.
But now you're going to send him to the free throw line. Cook's got to be careful, though. He's got one foul. He was close to it over the back down on the offensive end a possession ago.
Free throw from Robinson off the back of the rim, no good. 32-15, 5:05 to go in the first half. Robinson with 2 fouls at the free throw line. Up and good for Robinson. He'll be 2 for 4 from the line. Raylers get it in. Malone back in for the Lions. Carson back in for the Raylers and loses it. Now he regains it, and they're going to get Malone with the foul on the arm. Turner doesn't like it.
Yeah, he might have a gripe there. Kind of got out of control there a little bit, Keon. Good pressure again by Lanphier, and Keon's handled it well so far.
32-16. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Hayes with it on the wing. That was a dangerous pass. Schilling back into the ball game. Fought for, and we're going to get a jump ball.
Yeah, Hayes has got to use his dribble when he's not open, and the guy that he's passing the ball to is not open. He's got to use his dribble to make it a shorter pass, and that time was a pass that was contested by the guy that was guarding Trey.
Nelson inbound. Gets it out to Carson, guarded by Malone. This must be a matchup that Turner wanted to create, because it seems if Carson's on the floor, Malone's on the floor, and Carson's going to drag his foot as he was indecisive with the basketball. Josh Schilling couldn't get open.
We kind of talked about the pressure wasn't bothering us a little bit ago, and now I don't know that Lanphier's really made any adjustments, although it looked like they're trying to deny that cut to the wing a little bit more for the Raylers to start their offense.
Well, it seems like there's a steal by Nelly. Seems like when Malone's in the intensity and the pressure picks up, and when he's on the bench, they kind of just slack off a little bit. So basketball is a game of matchups. Hayes with it, feeds it down to Cook on Robinson. Hayes for a three, off the rim, no good. Schilling tried to get the rebound, couldn't grab it. Now the Lions look to push. And Carson's going to pick up another foul, his second. As the Raiders kind of getting out of their style of play.
Well, you almost try to you kind of look at them as they're trying to play a little too fast, right? I mean, you're not making Lanphier play a lot of defense, although the weave may not work as well here just because Lanphier is really pressuring them, although you might be able to backdoor on a couple of those weaves.
Yeah, you don't really want to foul them 30 feet from the hoop and put them to the line, and able to do that with time not running. But
Holman just a sophomore, a lot of youth here for Lanphier, and he's a guy that made one of those threes for him and steps up and hits that first free throw.
Free throw up and good for Holman. Makes both of them. 32-18 Raylers, 4:06 to go in the first half. Cook in the wing, guarded by Robinson. Now Kingsley. Cook to the middle, spins left, little fadeaway jumper. And we've seen that a lot from Cook, and he feels pretty comfortable with that shot.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna turn the corner and finish above the rim there, but he elected to stop in the middle and then do a little turnaround shot, and good for Cook. And Cook off to a good start here, 10 points.
Holman over to Malone. Now back to Holman to Rice. Back to Holman up top, guarded by Kingsley. 3:28 to go in the first half. Rice to Malone. Malone trying to work it to Robinson. Nothing there. Now they'll work it around, trying to find an opening, and this is another reach here by probably Schilling, I'm going to assume. I hope it's on Schilling.
Yeah, another foul for the Railers, and we'll send the Lions to Holman again.
It's a lot of reach fouls, They're just kind of trying to slap at it and get called for the foul. That's the 8th team foul for the Railers. Free throw up and good for Holman.
Good free throw shooter.
Free throw up. Second free throw up for Holman. He's shooting 100% from the line, 6 for 6. Cook dribbles right, kicks it into Hayes. Hayes finds a lane, pulls up for a jumper, up and good for the sophomore.
Yeah, nice move to Hayes, getting right into the middle of the lane. Really like to see Cook while he's got Robinson on him to try to get some moves to the basket. I don't know that Robinson has really backed off with those 2 fouls.
36-20, 2:45 to go in the first half. Hatchett to Holman. Holman over to Holmes. Or Malone, I'm sorry. Work it down low to Robinson. Good defense by Hayes as he was strong.
Push off
nice
20.
Push by 20,
Yeah, that's 3.
He just cleared Hayes out of there. That's his 3rd. And that's a silly foul on Robinson.
Well, I was kind of watching the way he was guarding Cook. He really was bodying up on him and not cautious of that 3rd foul. And there he was again. You can tell Robinson's got 1 speed. That's about full bore.
Yeah,
and I don't mind that. But when you've got 2 fouls and the coach puts you out there, you got to cut her back to about 75.
I got to think he's probably the fullback for the football team or tight end or something. Hayes hounded there. Now Biven. Hayes finds a lane, loses it. I thought they had his arm. Now it's going to be a jump ball as number 12 checks in for the Lions.
A lot of hacking and scratching and clawing, and there's a lot of stuff going on that possession for sure.
36-20 Railers, 2:10 to go in the first half. Lions with the basketball. Malone over to Holman. Holman gets it across the timeline. Almost a trap there by Biven and Kingsley. Now the Lions are reset with Holman over to Malone. Malone up top. Work it back over to Holman. Now Rice over to Holman. To Evans. Work it down low. Hatchett up and no good. Cook with the rebound. Kingsley to the right, kicks it up to Schilling, nothing there. Now Schilling back up top to Hayes. Hayes to Biven. Biven goes left, loses it, and Hatchett comes out of there with it, pushes right.
Don't foul.
And Cook got a little bump foul. And Cook just picked up his 2nd, team 9th. So the Lions will get 1 in the bonus.
Yeah,
we'll have a seat.
And really, you look back to the last couple of possessions, it's been all free throws for Lanphier.
Yeah.
Haven't had any field goals. It's been the Railers fouling and getting them, the Lions, to the free throw line.
Nelson gets up off the bench. He'll check in as free throw up and good for Hatchett. Lady Railers up 22-12 over at Muhammad at halftime as they play at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium this afternoon. So good luck to the Lady Railers as they're having a great year as well. 36-22 here with 1:15 to go. There's Kingsley tries to get up there, blocked away. Oh boy, he landed on the ball there. That couldn't have felt very good. It's going to be Lincoln basketball. Biven to inbound on the sideline right in front of the scores table. He'll get it to Kingsley. Kingsley goes left, gets it to Hayes. Hayes on the wing. Guarded by Evans, now Nelson. Down low to Saucy, a wide open Saucy. Good feed by Nelson, and Saucy with the easy layup.
Yeah, great read by Nelson too. He saw both guys go out on that screen, left Saucy wide open, and couldn't get much easier of a basket than that. Nice eyes by Nelson.
Railers up 38-22. Spin move by Hatchett, up and good.
We'll see if the Railers hold for 1 here. 33 seconds left in this first half.
Biven.
Get out of that corner.
To Hayes, now to Kingsley up top to Nelson, over to Saucy. Saucy on the wing. Now they'll work it around with 20 seconds. Kingsley will pull it back out. Over to Hayes, who had a wide open Saucy. He was clapping for the ball, didn't see him, and stolen away. The layup is no good for Holman. He'll be fouled before.
I think the pressure of Lanphier has hurt us a little bit in this second quarter, especially midway through the second quarter, not just on turnovers, but also just we're not really flowing real well into our offense. There, that time we're trying to hold for one, and the pressure just got to us, too much of it, and we throw it away.
Free throw up and good.
And the wrong guy going to the free throw line.
He's lights out at the line. Yeah, Josh, they're speeding our offense up, and we're doing some uncharacteristic things and turning the ball over. Take care of the ball. 8 seconds to go here in the second. Rose with the basketball up by 12. Kingsley gets it across with 4. Finds the lane, kicks it out to Nelson. He's going to throw up at 3, no good. And that will do it for the first half here in Lincoln. Your halftime score, the Railers 38, the Lions 26. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and be back after these messages with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside...
And 38-26 over the Lions from Lanphier High School. We'll run through the scoring first for the Lions. They were led in the first half by Sean Hatchett. Hatchett with a nice half, especially from the free throw line. They've only got him for, can't be right. Okay, Holman, yeah. Okay, Hatchett with 10. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 9 for Joaquin Holman. Holman with 9 points. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 3 points for A.J. Lee. 2 for Cam Davis and 2 for Austin Robinson. The Lions shoot 6 of 20 from the field for 30%. They were 2 of 4 from the three-point line for 50%. But where they got us, Scott, was from the line. 12 points of their 26 come from the free throw line, 12 of 14 from the line. They had 16 total rebounds and 3 assists on 9 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 3 steals for Lanphier. The Railers were led in the first half by Camden Nelson. Nelson with 11. He was 3 of 5 from three-point land and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 10 points for Peyton Cook. Cook with a nice half. 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Cook also with 4 rebounds. 9 points for Tyler Saucy. 4 points, Jake Biven. 2 for Aiden Gowan and 2 for Drew Hayes. The Railers with just 8 rebounds in the first half. They're getting doubled up on the board. 16 for Lanphier. The Railers shoot 15 of 25 from the field for 60%, 5 of 11 from 3, and 100% from the line, 3 of 3. Railers with 8 rebounds again, 7 assists on 6 turnovers, 3 blocks, and 7 steals. 6 minutes here at halftime. We'll send it back to the studios for a quick break. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
High School, your halftime score, the Lincoln Railers 38, the Lanphier Lions 26. Halftime guest today, Terry Ferguson, a longtime Lanphier basketball, just a basketball fan in general, Terry. You followed Lincoln and Lions basketball, that matchup over the years, and once the Railers moved out of the Central State at the Apollo, that's kind of stopped a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be nice to have Lincoln back into the conference, because there's nothing any better than a Lanphier and Lincoln game. It don't matter where it's at.
Yeah, you've been to many games. Does any particular game stand out?
No, I think most of them have been pretty good, so I enjoy it, and everybody should come and see one of these games.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier this will be the last time that we're in this gym, as they have a whole new complex being built, Memorial Stadium. They've already got turf, doing some things to the baseball field, and a brand new gym in the near future for the Lions.
Yeah, there's a lot of construction going on here, but it looks like everybody made it in okay and make it out okay. So it'll be nice when it's all finished.
Well, the Railers back in the Central State 8 next year, Terry. Terry with Terry's Turtles. You're considered the candy man in my family. You're always bringing treats and offering them out, and so we greatly appreciate that. And we really look forward to seeing you around in Lincoln and Lanphier matchups in the future.
Yeah, there's nothing like passing out some good sweets and get a smile out of somebody. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my buddy. I hope he's got the game on, Brad Beggs. He's a big basketball fan. I will work with Brad.
Brad Bryant, they're tuning in.
Brad Bryant, yeah. So I hope they got the game on, and Lincoln will just keep shooting three-pointers, that's all.
All right, Terry, we're going to take another commercial break. We come back, we'll have second half action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
And I would say I'd never get one of those things because I'm not quite old enough, but then I see Blinn there with one, and now I'm kind of feeling the effects of the bleed. There's a steal.
Steal by Schilling, kick it up to Carson. Raiders up by 12 with the basketballs. Second half just underway. They work it in the corner to Schilling. Now up top to Saucy to Carson. Carson dribbles in, finds the lane, kicks it out to Bivin for a three.
Boom.
Got it. Bivin with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and Bivin's on the board.
For not a guy that doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but the way Jake has been shooting from 15, I think he said, let's figure this out. And he nails a big one, and good penetration there by Keon to get in the middle of the lane again.
So some halftime adjustments. Coach Al, what's he tell his team?
Well, don't foul, right? I mean,
three from Holman, and Lanphier offense, that runs through Holman as he's got 11 points tonight.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. 6 of 6 from the line, and now he's 2 of 2 from the three-point line. He's almost, he is perfect from the field.
Raiders with the basketball, up by 12. Schilling. Over to Cook. Cook goes right, hands off to Carson. Carson goes left, now pulls it back out, guarded by Hatchett. Gets into the lane. Schilling couldn't handle it. Tracks it down, taps it to Saucy. And now Saucy tries to get to Carson off the top of his head.
Yeah, 3 guys there in the corner, and Tyler, or 2 guys down there, plus Tyler was real close to him, tried to get it down to the corner. Way too many guys in one area.
Yeah, Lanphier doing a good job of speeding us up, and our spacing just doesn't seem, to be where it needs to be.
Well, I hear Coach Turner telling switch on the handoff, so you'll see the Lions start to switch all those hands-offs where before they were just trying to fight around it.
41-29, third quarter just underway, 6:19 to be exact to go. Try to work it down low to Hatchett, tapped out of there by Saucy. Cook grabs the ball.
Well, about the only thing Holman's done wrong so far this game.
3 by Schilling, got it! Schilling with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, I got to get some stops now, Scott. You can extend this lead with a couple stops and scores here and really get this thing 15-point lead right now. Let's get it to 20.
Holman gets to the lane, loses it. Hatchett, and I don't know about
that. Might have been off Saucy's foot, I think. That's what if not,
it's going to stay. Yeah, going to stay with the Lions as Davis to inbound on their own baseline, all the way out to Holman. Over to number 2. A 3, no good. Rebound. Lions up for Holman, throws it up. Cook goes up and grabs it.
Holman's first miss on the day.
The Lions have cleared their bench just about. Number 2, Bates, he's into the ball game. Stolen away. Davis got a 3-on-2. Good defense by Carson. Now Holman tries to get in, gets to the lane, little jumper or a hook shot, and he'll be fouled. And he'll get 2 free throws where he's been perfect this afternoon. Gowan gets up off the bench. He'll check in after the first free throw from Holman. First free throw for Holman, up and good. Gowan checks in for Biven. Hayes gets back up off the bench. He'll check in for Cook.
Is that foul on Cook?
I guess so. He's got 3 up there. So we may not see Cook again until the 4th, so we're going to have some big minutes from Saucy and Hayes.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a big score, and I think Cook went with had 10 at the break, and the Railers will need that.
Here comes the pressure from the Lions. Schilling gets it across the timeline. Now stolen away, but stepped on the baseline. Got to be aware of that. As Bates tracks him down. Schilling to inbound on the sideline. Chucks it all the way up top to Carson. Now to Gowan on the wing. To Schilling. Over to Hayes. Now Carson in the corner. Carson goes left, finds the lane, up and blocked, out of bounds. Oh!
It looked like he was going to raise his hand for that foul. It looked like in a minute, but decided otherwise. Not sure if it was a foul or not. Keon tried to get to the basket.
Out of bounds, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it hit back off his head.
No argument from us. Lanphier with the basketball, down by 13, 4:38 to go in the third.
Oh,
dangerous pass.
Yeah, Gowan's got to get that.
Tapped away by Gowan. Schilling got a one-on-one. Oh, a double dribble. Didn't call it. Up with the left, no good. And the Lions come out of there with it. That's Evans, or Bates, I'm sorry. Up top to Holman. To Davis, spins around, guarded by Gowan. Nice elbow to the face, no call. Now Hatchett, blocked by Saucy, couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, here's where we're going to get in trouble a little bit with Hatchett inside. And Cook has done a pretty good job of blocking some shots, and we don't really have our rim protector now with Cook with 3 fouls on the bench. No, Cook going to come in here.
Yeah, he's got to be smart. I'm sure that's was reiterated on the bench by the coaches that, you got 3 fouls. We can't afford you with your 4th on the bench.
Yeah, and he can adjust and block shots with just his hands straight up. So Cook's going to have to do a little bit more of going straight up and not jumping than he has.
Gowan and Cook check in. Saucy and Schilling check out. Hayes grabs the made free throw, gets it into Nelson. Nelson in the corner, over to Carson. 4 minutes to go into third. Get it across. Now Gowan up top, kick it back out to Carson. Railers up by 12. Carson finds a lane, and they're going to get number 2 with the foul. That's Bates, and Carson will get 2 free throws. (44-32), 3:53 to go in the third. Carson with 2 free throws. First one. Up
good
and
job.
Good. Yeah.
Railers 3 of 3 from the line in the first half, make it 4 of 4 on the game.
We're going to have a lane violation.
Yep, doesn't matter. Made it.
Doesn't matter. Got the free throw.
Big baskets there for Keon, and the Railers needed to get that score, get the lead back to 14 here for the Railers. Ooh, that was close.
It sure was.
You see his heels are almost on that line.
Davis back up top to Holman. Now over to Bates. There's a 3 on the way by Davis. No good. Robinson with the rebound. Nelson hounding him. And now the Lanphier Lions will reset with Holman. Over to Bates. Bates to Holman. 46-32 Railers. 3:18 to go in the third. Bates dribbles right, now gives it to Holman. Holman for a 3-pointer off the front of the rim. No good. Hayes fights his way in.
Battle his butt off underneath there against Robinson.
Carson
bigger
pushes
guy.
Up. Gowan fakes a 3, pulls up for a jumper. No good. Rebound to Robinson for the Lions. Now they'll kick it up top to Hatchett. Hatchett grabs it, runs it back out. Now reset with Holman. Now Hatchett fires up a 3. Got it.
Ooh.
ball movement by the Lions.
You're right. No hesitation there by Hatchett. We haven't seen him from behind the line yet, but there was zero hesitation on that three, and a nice transition three for the Lions.
Gowan in trouble, and Coach Al wants a timeout. As the Lions, they kind of put that pressure on and then pull it back. You just never know when it's coming. But Railers had to call a timeout before we got the 10-second call on us. And Coach Al's not happy with how the Railers are playing right now.
No, they've given up some easy baskets here, and the Railers not getting back. They stopped the initial transition of Lanphier on that last time, but then Hatchett passed it off, then he got it back for the three. So big three for the Lions, just kind of hanging around, as did Muhammad last night, and the Railers just unable to put the Lions away. Some of our video live stream sponsors. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Railers basketball, little backdoor to Nelson, couldn't get the layup to go. A good give and go, but Nelly couldn't finish. Now Holman, he'll get to the lane, up and no good. Rebound fought for. Number 1, Rice grabs it. Now fought for again. Cook grabs the rebound, and the Railers will have the possession.
Boy, a grown man battle underneath there,
sir.
right?
All the way across to wide open Gowan.
Go into
head
him.
fake. Yeah.
That's 4 fouls right there. 4 fouls right there. Yeah, Aiden did a great job of getting Robinson up in the air, and all you got to do is go into him.
Railers up 46-35. Carson spins, nothing there, kicks it out to Gowan. He loses control. Now he'll drive up and got it. Yeah. Good move by Gowan, and you saw it right there, Josh. Robinson didn't want to be too aggressive and pick up his fourth.
Great job of using the left hand too, Scott. Gowan got up there, and I thought if he went right, there's probably a good chance that Robinson was going to block that thing. He went left, and there's no way Robinson could get to it.
Good trap. Now stolen away by the Railers. Nelson comes out of there with it. Nothing there. We got a 1-on-3. Now bounce pass to Cook. He'll go up, and yep, they're going to get him a charge. He was set. Bates was set. Cook just tried to go up over him, and he's going to pick up his fourth, and he'll have to sit down for probably the rest of this quarter and maybe some of the fourth.
Yeah, the Railers are going to have to, as you said earlier, when he was out, man up underneath with Saucy and Hayes underneath.
48-35 Railers, 1:20 to go, and tapped out of bounds off of Hayes. He read that well, just couldn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he anticipates well, and he's aggressive, and really pretty quick for the size of Hayes back in the back. Now he's going to have to grown man rebound under there with Saucy.
Lanphier with the basketball, Holman with it up top. Now over to Davis. Davis looking for Hatchett, nothing there. Now they'll kick it back up to Holman.
Almost look like they're going to try to go high-low with Robinson and Hatchett underneath.
Holman, ooh, boy, where's that charge? Over to Davis.
Travel.
Kick it into Robinson. Robinson bulls his way through. Nothing there. Gowan with the big rebound.
Yeah, take your time here, Lincoln. See if you can get a last-second shot. Railers up 13, 48-35 with 40 seconds left.
Hayes on the wing, guarded there by Hatchett. Kicks it out to Gowan. To Nelson. Nelson for a three. Ooh, off the front of the rim. No good. And gets his own rebound as the Lions couldn't track it down. He'll go to the lane. Up with the right. No good. No foul. And the Lions will come out of there with it. 24 on the clock. Railers up 48-35. The refs letting them play right now.
Yeah, big possession there. And now they give Lanphier a chance to get this thing to 10.
Down to 13. Holman over to Rice. Three by Davis. Airballed it. Tracked down by Hatchett. Rice with it now to Robinson. And we're going to call a foul on the ground with 2.5 on the clock. 22, that is Saucy. That's his second. And going to go with a little bigger lineup right here, Josh, for the final 2 seconds of the
watch this lob
third.
here underneath.
Holman gets it off. No good. And that will do it after 3. It's the Railers 48, the Lions 35. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have fourth quarter action, so don't go anywhere. It could get exciting here at Lanphier High School.
What's time for dinner?
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Welcome back to Lanphier High School, Springfield, Illinois, as the Railers take a 48-35 lead into the fourth. Final 8 minutes of this matchup this afternoon. They feed it into Hayes, couldn't get it to go. And the Lions come out of there with the basketball. Holman pushes left, now backs it back out. Got to anticipate a lot of pressure in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Lanphier down. You know they're gonna turn it up.
Robinson kicks it over to Holman, up and no good as he tried to do a reverse. Carson tracks it down, gets it to Gowan. Gowan will push it up to the right. Now he'll back it out, kicks it to Saucy. Now Saucy to Hayes. Hayes gets it to Carson, guarded by Rice. Carson goes left, now backs it back out, over to Gowan on the wing, guarded there by Davis. Railers will try to work some clock here, up by 13. Hayes to Carson. Look for a little back door of some sorts here as Lanphier. Carson with the layup.
Big shot.
Up off the backboard and good.
Yeah, big shot. I was waiting for one of the Railers to use that seam. We can see it from here when they put it on in front of the coaches, and we got somebody in the corner. They leave a big gap there, and I was waiting for somebody to try to attack that gap. And Keon, the smallest guy on the court, was able to get it up and over the taller defenders inside.
50-35 Railers, 15-point advantage.
It's like the Lady Railers are up 44-18 with a minute left in the game.
It's a drive and good for Hatchett. He's a big kid, only a sophomore, you say?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Wow. Carson, guarded by Davis. He'll go left, give it to Nelson on the wing. Guarded by Holman. Now Saucy up top to Gowan. Nothing there. They'll reset with Carson. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Gowan to go right. Now nothing there. He'll pull up for a jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Hatchett with the rebound.
Yeah, good move, good shot. It got right in the middle there, and you can tell Robinson really laying off with that foul trouble.
Holman tapped away. Nelson wide open to Carson up top. He'll grab it up and count it. Defense to offense, and that's a big bucket right there as the Railers go back up 15.
Huge turnover by the Railers. Nelson picks it up and gives a good lead pass. Keon all the way down the court. You can see Keon tugging a little wind right now. He might need a break here for a second and getting back in for that long stretch of the game.
Well, they're ignoring him. Nobody stirring on the bench, so Keon's going to have to suck it up, I guess. 52-37, 5:10 to go here in the fourth. Holman dribbles in, up, reverse, blocked by Saucy. Rice gets the rebound, the putback, and the foul. Count the bucket, and Rice will get the and one.
Wasn't much of a foul.
No, it wasn't. 52-39, 5:02 to go in the fourth. Now Kingsley, he'll hop off the bench, and Carson's prayers will be answered.
Yeah, get about a minute break, and Keon's got to get ready to go back in. Good spell in the first half, though, by Kingsley. He came in and put a lot of minutes in for Keon after he was second win. A little quick turnaround as we talked about last night game, and then coming into the night's game with a different opponent here.
Free throw up and good for Rice. (52-40). Could be the longest 5 minutes ever here. Saucy gets it to Nelson. Good press break. Now Hayes gets it up top to Saucy, over to Gowan, to Kingsley on the wing. Now Nelly. He's in the corner, guarded by Hatchett all over him. Now Kingsley over to Gowan the other way. Gowan fakes going in, now picks up his dribble, needs some help. Gets it to Saucy, up to Kingsley, back to Saucy.
You talked about this pressure pulling up. It is pulled up and ready here. Now they're getting after it, and Raylor's got to be down in triple threat, ready to dribble, pass, or shoot.
Yep, no lazy passes. Come to the basketball, Kingsley. Now Saucy. Raylor's working some clock. Hayes kicks it over to Saucy. Saucy for a three. Too strong. Hayes there for their catch. Puts it back and good for Hayes.
We'll call it a pass,
We'll call it a pass, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll call it a pass from Saucy. Nice pass from Saucy to Hayes. Hayes up strong and a big basket there. We were on a little bit of a dry spell there, and you could kind of see some momentum going for Lanphier, and nothing helps that better than a big basket.
54-40, 3:50 to go in the ball game. There's a three on the way, no good, and over the back by Hatchett, and they did call it. Didn't think they were going to as he tried to go around Hayes. Hayes had good position.
Yeah, excellent position. And I think here, 3:47 left, Scott. You got Cook on the bench with 4 fouls. I think it's time to get him back in there. Not a lot of time left in this thing, and then Raylor's struggle here a little bit with their ball handling to break this pressure.
As they get it across, Nelson up top to Hayes, to Gowan. Gowan goes left. Greer all over him. Now Kingsley, a little grab by Malone, no call. And now Nelson. And they're going to get an offensive illegal screen by Hayes.
I didn't even touch him.
I don't know if he stuck
hit his knee. Yeah, the referee is calling that he stuck his shoulder out there, but it wasn't his shoulder, it was his knee.
Well, it wasn't shoulder like you said, Josh. I mean, we saw it. It was, and I don't even know if he stuck his knee out. I think he just got ran into. And
aggressive as Lions have been on defense, and they've got 2 fouls here in this half.
Hatchett gets in the lane, and there's a charge. They better call a charge. Yes, they do. I mean, he was kind of twisted, but he's still set. And
kind of a little bit of the shoulder helped as well.
54-40, some good minutes by Saucy as Cook checks in with 3:15 to go. See if the Raiders can close this one out. Kingsley trapped, nowhere to go. And as Coach Al got the timeout called, Coach Blake Turner does not like it. I like it.
Yeah, we like it. I'm not sure.
And it's going to be a full timeout. Yeah, let's keep it right here, Josh. It's more of your video sponsors. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213.
Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
And Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Culver's right down the road from our cameraman, Lloyd Kirby. I wonder if he just kind of walks down there frequently and grabs him a big old Butterburger.
I'm sure, and walks it off as he walks home. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. And the Railers in a tough spot here, Scott, to take the ball out of bounds. Right of sideline, not a lot of room to maneuver, not a lot of room to work.
Yep, get it across to Cook. Good job by Hayes to find Cook. And Cook dribbles it off his foot as he was looking to pass to Gowan. And just couldn't handle it off the foot. Unforced turnover on the Railers. Lanphier basketball with 3:07 to go in the ball game. Railers up by 14.
Yeah, make them work the ball here. Let them use a little clock. Keon back in the game, and then you've got a rebound on the defensive end. No second chance points.
Keep an eye on Hatchett. Good job by Cook to go around.
I'll make up for it, right?
Yeah, right there to get the steal. Cook read it, went right around him, and the Raiders with the basketball up 14.
Well, you got to be strong with the ball. Lions with just 3 team fouls here. They're going to be really aggressive, and if they foul, so what? They've got to try to get the ball. They've got to get the chance where they're in the bonus.
Yeah, they got 3 fouls to give as well. So the Raiders can play a little keep away here and run some of that precious clock away. Cook with it. Ooh, almost stolen. Nelson able to grab it. Now feed to Cook. Head fake up and good.
Yeah, nice pump fake too, and a good look. I'm not sure who passed that ball. Was that Gowan?
That was Carson.
Carson, somebody lost Cook. In the meantime, Cook did a good job of cutting to the basket, and Cook wide open for a layup. Big basket there for the Raiders. 56-40 with 2 to go.
16-point lead for the Raiders. I do believe that's the largest lead of the night for the Raiders. Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Lanphier trying to feed it down low. Rice has it in the corner.
Yeah, they're taking their sweet old time, which is okay with me.
Yep. Now Holman, you got to watch him. No good on the three-pointer. Hatchett goes way up for the rebound. No good. Fought 4 underneath. Hayes comes out with it.
Great.
Kicks it out to Nelson. Up to Carson. Carson, layup. Ooh.
His foot slipped, but I think he kept his pivot foot.
I think he did. Good head fake by Carson.
Well, and give credit to Hayes, too. He battled his butt off down there for the rebound. Got it, and what he did, he got it out quick to Nelson. Nelson to Keon, and a quick transition basket for the Railers.
18-point lead for the Railers. 1:13 to go in the ball game, and this game's all but over as Lanphier, they're just dribbling around. There's no, there's a jumper on the way, and good. By Bates, and 42 for the Lanphier Lions, 58 for the Railers. Under a minute to go. Gowan up top to Hayes, over to Cook.
Might be our most complete game of the season, I think, Scott. Yeah. I mean, you talk about the Railers putting up 58, giving up 42 to a good Lanphier team here. Defense was good. Rebounding was better after the bad start, but then we shot the ball well. I thought we passed the ball well. Got open shooters. Shooters were ready to shoot when they had a chance.
Good job by Hayes to pull it back out. 25 seconds on the clock. Gowan, little jumper up and good. And that will just about do it here, Josh, at Lanphier as the Railers 60, the Lions 42. 10 seconds on the clock. A deep 3 by Holman, no good. Cook with the rebound. And they'll let the time wind down, and the Railers with a huge afternoon victory here at Lanphier High School. Your final, the Lincoln Railers 60, holy cow, and the Lions 42.
Turn that scoreboard off in a hurry.
All right, we'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Drow Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Back here from a happy Railer crowd here at Lobernica Gymnasium as the Railers come away with a victory 60-42 on this Saturday afternoon. We'll run through the scoring here. First for the Lions, they were led nobody in double figures for Lanphier. They had a couple guys with 8, Austin Robinson and Sean Hatchett with 8. 5 points. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong spot here. Sean Hatchett with 16. Joaquin Holman with 14. 3 points for Torian Rice. AJ Lee with 3. 2 points apiece for Austin Robinson, Cam Davis, Jesse Bates for Lanphier. Again, Lanphier, the Lions finished with 42 points. The Railers were led here tonight, or this afternoon, I guess. Peyton Cook with 12, Camden Nelson with 11, 9 for Tyler Saucy, 8 for Keon Carson, 7 for Jake Biven, 6 for Aiden Gowan, 4 for Drew Hayes, and 3 for Trey Schilling. Nice points spread out for the Railers here this afternoon. Again, 60-42. We'll send it back to the studios for a quick break and be back here with some more stats. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Welcome back, Railer fans. After a victory here on a Saturday afternoon, the Railers with a clean sweep this week. Winners at Mahomet last night, and then the Railers fresh off a 60-42 victory over the Lions from Lanphier High School. Coach Alexander joins myself, Scott Kirby, and Lloyd Kirby. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic post-game show. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win, 60-42 on an afternoon. Better, I think, than this afternoon than it was the last time we played in the afternoon back in Collinsville. You could see, I think, from the tip, and maybe even the warm-ups a little bit, this just means a little bit more, I think. The rivalry maybe brings out, I thought, the intensity, the way we played, the toughness we showed underneath the basket. for most of the game was really, really good.
Yeah, and we knew coming in there was a couple things we had to do was stop the dribble drive, which we didn't do a very good job of it, and rebound. And they go to the boards hard. They're a very good rebounding team, and I don't know how bad we got out-rebounded, but they had 8 offensive rebounds the first half. Mm-hmm. And, those things kept them in the game and everything. But I thought we done some good things. We got a lot of things still to work on, but we have to, as a player myself, you need to be able to look at the game and say, hey, why is Coach yelling at me? So I can see what I'm doing and so forth. But we would jump on the top side, and you can't jump on the top side of Lanphier, Southeast, the Central State 8. They're going to the basket. And we tried to get them in a half-court game, and when we didn't, then that's when they scored their baskets, was in the transition game.
Well, really, in the first half, Coach, I thought as far as a field goal percentage-wise, we did a great job. They didn't get a lot of field goals. It was something that hurt us was our foul trouble, and I think in the first half they were 12 of 14 from the line. They had 26, I believe, at half, so 12 of their 26 was come from the free throw line. You cut that in half, and we're up instead of I don't think what we were up at half was 38 to 26. You cut that in half. We're up 38 to about 16.
Yeah.
So the field goal percentage defense was really good.
Yeah. But still, they got second, third shots, and we knew coming in, and those are two things that's going to be very important as you go down the road here is the dribble drive and rebounding. And we've got to know where we got to adjust. There's certain, and you've heard it, that, we tell a kid to cover it this way, this time. Next time we might tell them different. And they have to be able to know which is the way that you need to do it. And, some players you need to force to the corner. Some players you need to force high. And you have to be able to play and not think about how you want to play people. It's just react to the game.
Coach the Lions able to kind of speed up our offense a little bit and kind of take us out of rhythm, but other than that, it's one of those games where you want to see that fast pace because you're going to see that against the MacArthur. You're going to see that come regional time, and I guess for the most part the Raiders handled it well, but now they'll have something to go back, and you got a full week to prepare for Quincy.
Yeah, Quincy's one of the best 4A teams in the state, so we'll have our work cut out for us, but it'll be good for us. We're going to play in a good environment. That's a historical place over there, and the tradition is very, very good. And I'm excited about going over there. And play. I know we went over there one year and wasn't expected to do very well, and we come out there with a W. And
that's when they quit playing us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was back when Coach Wallace was there, and he point blank told me, he said, this is a hard game for me, and they did. They quit playing us for a while.
Well, Coach, take a look around. I mean, this gym, you've had many memories here. Unfortunately, this will be the last memory. I don't know if there's a regional or sectional or anything here, but probably be the last time that the Raiders play in this particular gym here. And boy, just over the years, there's been some battles here.
Been some great games here, and great kids, and a lot of respect for their program and Blake Turner, and it'll continue. Believe me, we're getting back at it, and yeah. I think that's what we're looking for, is being able to play with that intensity because of the rivalries. And not only do we have Lanphier, Southeast is a rivalry, and there's others, Chatham. I mean, we got a bunch of rivalries in the Central State 8, which it doesn't force you, but mentally
you better be ready.
You better be ready.
Now,
and it's exciting about coming back, but like I've said all along, the Apollo has been good to us. The people that I've dealt with have been outstanding, and it's a conference that would be a good fit for us if the travel wasn't so far. It's just the travel.
Yeah, and I get a lot, all right, we're going back to the Central State 8. We're going to see a lot better competition. That's not the case. Like you said, the Apollo, they have several, good teams, basketball, football, baseball, and, the other sports. So it's not that it's not a competitive league. It's just like you said, it's the travel.
I only have to ride a bus 40 minutes.
Yeah,
40 minutes.
To Jacksonville, and it's all interstate.
Jacksonville's an hour.
Yeah.
And that beats it out of those 2:15, 2 hours, and getting home at midnight and everything. So
yeah, Coach, real quick before we let you go, I'm just looking at a couple stats here from what Lanphier has given us. If you tell me that these stats would have come this way, I would think the Railers do come out with a 60-42 victory. Points in the paint, the Railers won 30-14. Points off turnovers, Lincoln 27, the Lions 9, and then bench points. Your bench was really, really good again. Tyler not coming off the bench. He got a good start, but Nelson came off the bench with a lot of good minutes, some big shots. Gowan again good today, but those three stats, man, there's not a lot of times where points off turnovers where we're beating Lanphier. Usually they're turning us over and then scoring, and we don't get a lot of that, and that was a lot of the game there.
Yeah, what was the turnovers?
Turnovers were we had 12 and they had 16.
Yeah,
so we'd have 12 is pretty good against their speed with not really seeing a lot of that this season.
Correct, and it's good. It was just playing Lanphier that's a game you look forward to every year, and now then we're going to get to, and when we go back to Central State 8, the conference itself is only going to play a single round, but there are some schools that we're going to play twice, and Lanphier is going to be one of them because both of us enjoy the competition, the rivalry. So we will continue, but one of them will only count towards the conference standing.
All right, Coach. Next game up for the Railers, the Quincy Blue Devils, and what time's that game start? Is that
I think that might be a 5:37 next Saturday. I'd have to check and see. That's one of the things that I'd like to get squared away is get our time squared away to where we'd be, because we've got some at 6. For us, it's hard to play at 5:30 in our gym. It takes away practice time from other groups, and we need to be able to have practice to be able to play. So those are things I think that we're discussing at some next meetings that we're having is, what are we going to do?
All right, Coach, we'll have a safe bus trip home, and we'll talk to you next Saturday on the cheap seats, and then Saturday night in Quincy.
Okay, we'll see you.
Hey,
right.
Scott, real quick before we go, the Lady Railers win at home 46-21 over Mahomet, and we will have the next broadcast for the Lady Railers game on Tuesday at home against Champaign Centennial. So the Lady Railers stay unbeaten with a big win, 46-21.
No, that's good, but the game will be Champaign Central.
Yeah,
it was originally.
That's our information director over here.
It was originally scheduled as Centennial, but they're not playing a varsity game, so Central lost their match.
You're all right, Lloyd, then. You're still on.
So we've kind of picked it up to where we both didn't lose a game. So.
All right, Coach. Well, once again, thanks. Congratulations on a big win, and we'll see you next weekend.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for us here in Springfield. Our next broadcast will be Saturday at, we'll say, 6:30.
I think it's a 5:30, 7 o'clock start. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I looked it up and said that it's going to be a late night.
All right. As the Railers are on the road to take on the Blue Devils from Quincy. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 6:30. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joe Lee, Scott Kirby, Josh Connick, Lloyd Kirby here at Lanphier High School. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 60, Lanphier 42. The Railers now stand at 14-3. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Springfield, Illinois, good afternoon, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, Family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.